reach to the film. In fact, I'm going to text her and tell her that I was here and you all are doing the message from Janice Bryant Horroyd Film, Act One, CEO and founder of the Billionaire Dollar Company. She serves on the Congressional Black Caucus Foundation Board. We work together. She has a sweet, sweet spirit, so you will enjoy her. So let me, as well, give very special Brandy. Am I looking at you? You all give her some love. Give her some love. I'll just take a moment. And because green and red and all the colors. You look great. Parade. This is a man. This is a man. This is a man. This is a man. And a bunch of brothers and men in here. But let me say to you, this is our life as public servants. I watched Judge Cassandra Holloman join with her sisters in a unique experiment that had never been tried before. And when I speak of women and women of color, when I speak of humanity, for I am determined to get America where it is okay to be different. Come on. And in our difference, we are respectful and embracing of all of us. You see, we've gone through cycles in our life. For those of us who are in my skin, we have been called from slave to the N-word, to color, to Negro, to black, to African American. There have been moments when we have shouted black power and others have thought that we're isolationists and do not want to be with others. Our white brothers and sisters have history, Latino and our brothers and sisters from around the world, Southeast Asia, South Asia, religions that range from Muslim to Buddhism to Catholicism to the Christian to being Baptist, being the different disciples that we have in the Christian faith, as well as our brothers and sisters that worship in synagogues and certainly, as I said, those in mosques and temples. I think the best way for us to understand each other is it is okay to be different. America is an experiment. They didn't know it was going to work. They threw some folk out from Europe and they said, you know, do the best you can. Did not expect for us to rise up and try to be a nation. We were a colony. We were going to be under the British flag. So, not to give you that 3-hour presentation that I usually make. All right, somebody's awake. A few people are awake now. But it is important to say that it's okay to have different people under one flag. And we who are elected have to reach into communities, even as we are different, to say it's okay. We can represent all of you. So the experiment of running as Black Arrow's Magic, when all of these women were profound lawyers and leaders in their own right. And one might say, I'm just going to run on my own strength, as Judge Cassandra Holloman, a mother, a businesswoman, a very astute lawyer, who could have run and won. But she accepted the beauty of the difference and joined in with sisters to be able to say to all who are voting, it's all right to vote for 17 new faces who happen to be African Americans. It's all right, Pasadena. It's all right, Humboldt. It's all right, East End. It's all right, Third Ward. It's all right, River Oaks. It's all right, downtown Houston. It's all right to be able to accept us. I honor her in the strength of the family she raised, her son, her daughter, extended family members. And with a personal note, I know Brandy, now that she has gone on to glory, she ran with ailments, but not for any of us to know. That is strength in and of itself. She wanted to be part of the team. She never wanted to let anyone down, miss one beat. And as I said, when you run, you change clothes a lot of times. Your hours are really based on being awake and not sleep. So sleep is 3 hours or less, maybe. There are early morning breakfasts. So I simply say this is an appropriate honor. I am a student of Dr. Modest Stewart. I came in as a baby member in the achievement under her. If you do not know her, you are in pretty bad shape because she founded this great organization and she took us babies in. You need to know the name of Alice Bonner, first African-American woman to serve in a bench in downtown Houston. So I'm going to close because I know that you are here to hear the keynote speaker, but my cup is full. Because I've got to go around this country and try to wake Americans up to be able to understand that this is not my country, though my power is to you, it is yours. Technology now requires all of you to get in the middle of polls and tweeting. That's how they assess whether or not your temperature is such that you're willing to accept a government where they do not uphold the rule of law. All the media is counting your votes, not your votes, but your attitudes. So they say you're okay with what's going on. Now I believe that our job is to make sure that you have affordable health care, put housing where they're tearing down housing, stand there with you and provide the federal funds. I put in a bill for $174 billion for Hurricane Harvey, and that was the amount that we needed. And I pushed the envelope for the money that you have now. You've got $2.4 billion on the ground for housing right now from the federal government. It is our job to work for you. To put $1 trillion transportation bill, but at the same time, as we work for the quality of life issues, for you to sit by and not say anything about what is going on in this government and have us standing there by ourselves is something that needs to be altered. And I'm not even asking you to get on a plane. I'm not asking you to agree with me. But those who do believe in the rule of law, those who do understand when we're standing there in a press conference because in the room that we were in, there's an empty chair. If you understand that we live in a nation of 3 equal branches of government, that is what Judge Cassandra Holloman was going to do. Sit on a bench, as she did for a period of time, and rule justice like Micah. Walk and do justice. So friends, you just can't wait to 2020 to be heard. And again, I can't force you to believe. But if you have any idea of reading what was in those volumes, summaries, there has not been one historical record in the history of the United States with all of the presidents that have gone up to that edge and walked over. Your pockets may be filled. You may be getting a big tax break. Please understand that governments run in cycles, and it's not one man or woman that changes your life. It's what we've been doing all along. So what you are facing, judges and others, is what we have invested for you to be able to survive. If we had not put $1 billion on the ground when we collapsed in 2007, we wouldn't be here moving forward. So if your pocket is good, if you feel that you've got a job, probably need a little bit more on the salary increase, or wages are going up, that's good. But is the country where you want it to be? Is the rise in hate where you want this nation to be? Do you want to pause and turn the nation toward its values of what the world sees us? I end on this note. When I travel on your behalf, we are like, yes, the headlines are saying what country is liking us or not. When you get on the ground, the people of the world think that this is a city of milk and honey, the nation. They watch us and admire us. They follow what we do, all of our cultural trends. They think that this is the place. If there is one refuge in this world of sanity, it is us. And if you as Americans allow this to be our defining factor, this attitude, this behavior, this language, this condemnation, calling a presidential candidate nasty, I heard a word from any of you. Not a word. Maybe people haven't even heard. So Hillary was nasty. Now a brilliant prosecutor, my friend, Senator Kamala Harris, is nasty. I just got to get pause for me to do my tweet. I'll be on the floor next week. Nasty? Nasty. But for the grace of God, there go I. So let me just thank you for giving me the opportunity. I know that you have other speakers. My advertisement is, I need all of you all to tweet in support. I need the National Women of Achievement. This is legislation. I do a lot of different things in maternal mortality. Maybe we could do something together on that. It's hitting black women extremely. We try to get as many together as there's a grant, a $4 million grant at the University of Houston. Her job is to try to bring down maternal mortality among black women in this area. Why shouldn't she be working with all of the women's groups around? But besides those things and War and Peace, so I don't want people to see me as a single person, but I have no shame in H.R. 40, which is the establishment of a commission to study reparations and to study slavery from 1619 to 1865. I'm asking all my organizations to send letters of support for the establishment of a commission appointed by the President and leaders of the Congress and scholars from around the nation to be on this, something that has never been done in the history of the United States. Never seen an apology. And to all of those who would be saying she's trying to get a check, I've never asked for a check. I've asked for the best response. But what I have said, that anyone who lives today, I'm not getting a check from you. I'm not asking you for a check. This was government sanctioned. This is about the government. And the point is, what is the best response to the idea that there's a body of people here that worked, or descendants, obviously documentation of such, from that period of 1619 to 1865. So I thank you for listening to me. I honor your mother, but she was a champion on the battlefield. Always know she loved you. And I used to see her getting out of the car, and I was running too, and we were all running, and we had no sleep, and we were showing people the excellence. And your mother was excellent. God bless you all.